Pretty interesting. And what are you gonna do with this painting, huh?
Today,
Yeah, what are you gonna do
uh,
with this painting when you finish?
any painting I just hang up in my house in the wall.
So you're just gonna hang it in your house? You're not
Yeah,
you're not gonna donate it to the library?
donate to library. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, why don't bring it to them? Show it to
Oh,
them.
really?
Yeah, and if they take it, you say you can use it for them to auction.
Uh,
So maybe someone can buy it and give the money to the library.
oh,
And then you're
oh,
gonna
that's a good idea. Okay,
yeah, and
I,
then you're
I
going to tell other people that you already make the painting uh for the library, and you can keep this painting, keep the photo on your you know on the website, and eventually it could be the person donate the painting to the library, and maybe there no you donate the painting to the library, someone purchase it, and maybe who knows, turn around, maybe go into the museum.
mm,
If you keep your painting in your house, it will always in your house.
yeah.
I'm sure the library will love to have your painting.
Uh-huh.
What do you think, Mary? It's a good idea.
Yeah, he could ask them to have a space for local artists to hang their work. A lot of them will do that.
Yeah. And also, yeah, because of the conversation, you're gonna knock open the door and maybe have a show over there in the future.
Just if you open it up to where they just feature local artists, um, maybe for a month, and if you get it hung up somewhere, somebody's going to see it. You know, or
Yeah.
somebody, yeah, that's a good way to open the door. I mean, they may not have thought to have that, but usually they try to. Most libraries and any town will try to support a local artist.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So take it to them and show it to them and see if they're interested in. They may give you some space on their wall to hang your other stuff.
Who knows? They maybe even offer, can we buy it?
Well, I doubt they'll offer to buy it because they're so short on funds. But they may. They may
They
have.
may. They would just
Yeah.
tell the people.
Hey, if it's hanging in your house or under your bed, nobody will see it.
Yeah. So start show it off.
Yeah.
Show it to them. You don't have to tell them that you want to give it to them, to see how they react to it. And you can say that if you let me to have a show in your library, and I can leave this at the end of the show, I can give this to you as my gift. So become a bargain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do that. I mean, it's very architectural the way he's painted it. Looks like an architect drawing.
Yeah, it looks very complete. So yeah, try it and let us know how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a doorway, and it may make them want to have every month or every 3 months have local artists come in and hang their work.
Yeah, that's a
Usually, the library has luncheons and you know things to get the community to come to it.
and
So even if it's not featuring your show, people are walking around the library waiting for their luncheon or waiting for a speaker or something like that, and they see your artwork, and they, especially if it's a local artist, a lot of businesses and stuff want to support local artists.
yeah.
It's just a lot of people are kind of like intimidated with artists. They think, oh, we're gonna have to put up with drugs and rock and roll or something.
And let's welcome a new member, Linda. It's first time seeing you.
Hi.
Hi, do you want to introduce yourself?
I just recently joined,
I
and
know. Tell us something more
uh,
about you.
yeah, I been taking care of my mom, so I haven't really had a whole lot of time. So
Okay.
but I try.
So did you study oil painting before?
Yes, in October.
Wow. What subject matter you often paint? Lens
Mostly still life because
and
I'm practicing still.
okay. Okay, this
Yeah.
is good. So let's do this flower and landscape. So we have to make a decision that do we want the flower to be more powerful or the landscape more powerful. In that case, if the landscape beautiful too. I love the yellow flower on the right hand side. In that case,
Here, you got two
yeah,
paintings here.
and you have to shrink the flower on the left hand side. So those that they're not fighting.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do? What you gonna do? We don't have to do the same thing. What you gonna do? That is the question. So let's not say what we have to do. We can do anything we want. So, so I don't know. I may want the landscape to be more powerful, but I maybe want the flower to be more powerful. You know. So I'm gonna do a little sketching over here. So I just use my palette already dry. So I'm just going to
So when Peter took the picture, what caught your eye? What made you take the picture?
that exactly the question that I wanted to ask 15 minutes ago, but I did not get to that. Okay, Peter, you have to answer this question. What caught your eye? Is it the flower on the left side or the landscape?
I mean, what made you take the picture?
I think we need to focus the left side
Flower. Okay. Just gonna do what you just said. So in that case, I would make the flower a lot bigger. By the way, I'm gonna uh, share my screen so that if you want, you can pick on what I doing. You guys all have a way to show your reference, right? So you don't need to see my screen. So if that case, I would make it really powerful. Like say the flower will be this big. And have another flower. This flower I'll probably cut in a little bit more. So they have a little bit overlapping. And another flower over here. And then maybe another flower over here. And maybe another flower over here. Like that. Make that two small flower together. And then maybe some flower over here. And that is it. So that the rest would be the landscape. The horizon, it will be here. So the flower blocking the horizon. And then have the flower, the yellow flower, on the left side. And then have some a little bit green tree like that. And have some leaves on this side. So that would be change the dominant object. Make the dominant object even more dominate. And maybe not two flowers. So okay, this is two. I don't need this two. So I just have one.
Well, you could use it as
Yeah.
you're gonna have want to have to move your eye.
Yeah. Well, this is like a 1 2 1 2, kind of redundant. So I could have that over here if I want to, but at least it's not like a parallel to this side.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And I'm gonna start throwing the yellow paint. Just spot it. And all my paint after 3 weeks is already dry. So I'm gonna have some. I also want to open my reference on the other monitor so I can see a little bit bigger. Here we go. There we go. That's good. Okay, so we don't have to make the detail that much. Just put a little yellow paint, and we're gonna use the white to create some light. So put a little bit red. That's good. And look at this flower, a little bit brighter, a little bit warmer. Okay. Yeah. It's good. Throw a little bit thicker color. Okay, just all start from all ideas. So a little bit yellow and some yellow with white and this flower. Okay, that's good. Some yellow with white. There you go. That. And this petal. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to start add a little shadow. Shadow gotta have a little bit tiny more blue. Okay, tiny little shadow with red. So this is shadow. There you go. That's good. Yeah, get a little bit more yellow and red. Okay, this side. You know, I'm really grateful that, you know, even though the communities is not growing the way we hope that it would, but we have some great people. You know, I'm really proud of that. That meeting some wonderful people. Otherwise, we will never be able to.
I think it's a wonderful thing you've done, Yong.
Yeah, that's the best thing I do. That being part of this, you know.
We're very lucky to have the opportunity.
It's just, yeah, to me, it's just not about we are learning painting. Learning painting is an excuse for us to know each other, to joining together. You know, it's a life experience, and for some of us, this is important and could be one of the most important experience in the later part of our life. good. My pink is pretty dry, so it's mostly is going to be thick pink. Gonna have some thick pink. That's good. Okay. Let me put a little bit brighter orange color and yellow color. I take a little bit red with the yellow. Quite a bit orange. There you go. That's good. Now I'm going to start putting other colors. Try to fill the canvas with create a balance. Okay, let's see. Linda, are you painting now?
Just starting to put paint on yet.
Okay, I'm gonna just have some red color. You can have some. I'm gonna have some dark color. With the dark color, the flower shape will show. Okay. Have some yellow. Okay, that's good. You see, when I put the dark color next to the flower petal will show. So you don't have to over describe it. Okay, that's good. Okay, so earlier we talked about that try not to overuse just white. White is important, but you don't want to make it look powdery, right? So it's very important to think about is that the flower or the part of the painting a little bit too much white. So if some color doesn't need white, don't use white. Like say if I want this color a little bit lighter, and then actually the yellow can accomplish that. In that case, just put the yellow color instead of putting the white mixed with the other colors. Like the color I'm painting right now is no white. Just put the yellow and a little blue color.
You paint like that, you really want to start with a white background in.
Huh?
I'll put a
What do
plain background, so I'll need to use more white.
yeah. You talk about the white background?
Yeah. Of the white canvas.
White canvas. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, sometimes you want to, you know, tone the color. Like right now, over here, if I'm thinking about this whole area, with the tone, in a certain tone, you kind of like portion it, tone the entire area with the gamsol. Like right now, I can do that too. Like that, I can start, you know, I can tone it down, but it doesn't really need white paint. And you can just paint the whatever the color, like the color this way. You can also paint this color right in here. Is that okay too? Here you go. I'm gonna paint that, put that color in here. Here you go. I guess like very important that whatever decision we make, be sure that we think about it for a second before we put it on. And also every time we paint, try to paint differently. Find a better way to paint. I'm gonna put a little yellow color in here. That too, that's good. I'm gonna put a little bit tiny darker. So far, I don't use much white. And except that a couple places. Yeah, pretty good. Take a little gamsol. Get a little bit more yellow. That's good. And I'm gonna have a little bit tiny warm color. And this, I need a little bit white. But that's it. A little bit more red. I'm gonna have a little feeling of the dirt. That's good. Now, that's good. Earlier, I heard that Paula liked the angry sky. I'm gonna get some blue color first. Get some new blue color. I need some deeper tone. Oh, French ultramarine. That's what I'm using. That's fine. I'm gonna take this, just this color. And bottom right here. Have some darker. Yeah, I'm gonna get just the yellow and the blue. Some suggestions of leaves. Okay. Now we need to get all the color in place. Now let's see here. So Mary, I'm gonna start painting outdoor. I'm preparing that I would regularly going back to the plein air. So I have every time when I do that, I would share that with you.
Yeah, it's just been so hot here. I haven't been able to get out much.
Before you know it, it's going to getting cold.
I'm waiting on it. It's just
Yeah.
been awful hot here.
It's getting cold very quick. In September, it's gonna getting cold.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I tried last week. They had a thing in town, and I went down to paint, and it was so hot.
I know.
I didn't need to add any water. I could just hold my arm over my palette and let the water drip. I couldn't hardly stand it.
I'm going to try the experience, even sleep in the car.
Good luck with that.
Why do you say that? It's fine adventure.
Somebody will murder you.
No. I trust most of the people in the world are still good and kind.
Don't think that way.
Don't do that, huh?
Nah, be bad at it.
Okay, all right. I would be careful, but I'm gonna start from my surrounding area.
Yeah, do that. I mean, I usually go park in my car because I don't want people to bother me, but I'll paint my car some.
Paint in your car. I would do that in my do watercolor in my car. I don't think I would do that. Do oil in my car.
I can't do oil in the car.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like, too easy to get messy.
Yeah.
So I would not. But I have a whole setup that I would be able to paint sitting on the driver's seat.
Yeah, I have it. Sometimes I end up dropping stuff down between the seats.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like a paint tube or my paintbrush.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I got a little tiny setup I do.
Okay. We're gonna have something to talk about and share. That's good.
It's an adventure.
I know. I got to do something different.
Yeah. They on Friday here in town they have a park area, and then they have like food trucks come in and they have all kinds of sometimes the band will play. It's kind of like a little Friday afternoon thing. And I've been going down there and painting the buildings and stuff.
Ah.
And
What? Who's saying something?
No, I just said it sounds like fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually,
it is.
it has been my kind of a little bit desire, a little bit dream since I was very young. I want to be able to go anywhere and just keep going and painting and going, keep painting. It will be fun, if I can do that and live in the car, and just doing it for a couple weeks, and then before coming home, that would be interesting venture.
I've been, it's kind of hard to on oil paint to get down to something that's manageable. And I was reading a YouTube thing about I don't know if you've ever used it before, the oil paper, instead of using the the oil paper.
Oh, you want to paint on just the paper instead of painting?
Oil paint. It's for oil paint. And I was reading this guy's blog, and he paints like 5 or 6 weeks. He'll go to Europe, and he'll take like 3 or 4 pads of this, and he'll paint a painting every day. You get like 15 sheets, and then he showed you how to keep them. You know, after you paint an oil painting, you gotta do something with it. You know, it isn't dry. I mean, you gotta figure out how to handle it.
I have a wet box.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
if
have
you're in
2.
a car, that's fine. But if you're flying somewhere,
If I going somewhere, I would not do oil.
well, see, that's what he
Serious.
does. He these grants, and they'll pay him. It's some kind of artist grant, and it's like 2 or 3 weeks. He can go to Germany or somewhere and paint on the scholarship program, and he'll take his oils, but he'll use this paper, and then he can put it in like a notebook, and he'll have like 50 paintings, and it'll just be in a little 12 by 12 book.
That's kind of fun.
It's safe, but I mean, like even when I do plein air, if I do a plein air thing, I can't hardly get my canvases back to the car that the wind hasn't blown over them. You know, they are, these wet canvases you have to deal with. And, you know, trying to get it where it's manageable.
I'm sure there's always a way, maybe one way better than the other way. There's always a way to do that.
I'll kind of look to see what other people are doing, you know, how do they handle that? Because, you know, you get one guy, you know, you can't fly with any kind of solvent, so you have to buy the solvent to clean your brushes with when you get to wherever you're going. And, you know, that's expensive. And then you have to find an art store or a Hobby Lobby or somewhere, you know. So what he does is he just cleans his brushes with oil and wraps them up and keeps them.
Do you know what? We don't really need to worry about that problem, Mary. You know, even though we haven't seen each other in person, we do trust each other. Oh. Paula, how do you like my Skype? How do you like my Skype? Do you want to make it a little bit more gray? I can make it a little gray. I have to put a little...
It still looks dark, even though it's not gray. It still looks dark. I like it.
I can make it gray, but I'm not sure I need to make it gray because as a blender, and I talk about the warm and cool. So it's sometimes okay to make the cool a little bit cooler, make the warm a little bit warmer. Right. Okay, and you like to be being dark, right? But I do want it to be a little bit tiny red. It's okay if feel a little bit more. Okay, now it's just a little bit gray because of a little red in it. So it's very easy to modify because in our mind there's only the 3 color plus white. Okay. All right. And I'm going to start adding some yellow flower. But before I do that, I need to have dark enough color, darker color in the behind the yellow. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna get the other blue. Okay, this is present blue. It's a lot deeper. Okay. Good. All right, I'm gonna have some deeper color. I'm gonna just mix that with the red, the present blue, right here. That's good. Those shape, breaking the tension from the horizon line. Also here. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's okay to have some dry paint. That's good. Okay, I'm going to throw a little green color. That's good. I guess the conversation is about don't have to overuse the white. Think about color, not think about just black and white.
you don't really want to use the white by itself anyway.
Hmm.
You don't want to be putting on. I mean, you don't see a whole lot of pure white anyway.
Yeah. Oh, it would look like a chalky.
It kills it.
Yeah. Okay, now let's get a little bit yellow. And just more think about, so often use the yellow.
You want to tone it. You know, if you look at something that's white, it's not white.
It's just light. Yeah.
It has other colors in it, reflects or something.
Yeah, always think about is warmer or lighter or cooler.
Yeah. I mean, you always got a little blue here or something in there.
A little red. Okay, have some red. How you guys doing? I need to add more yellow. I need to have more yellow for the flower and the little flower. Get the yellow pink.
Sorry, I must run. I'll like to see what people thought.
Uh-huh. I'm going to just put the yellow right here on the flower. Okay, here we go. I'll reshape that. Ooh, nice. Okay, it's good. It's good. Okay. Also use it to divide little shape. I'm gonna get a little bit blue. Not too much green. A little bit more blue. A little bit darker. I have that. A little tiny blue color here. Shadow side. Okay. Little red. There we go. Tiny more blue. But sometimes tiny more blue, you can make it a lot more blue if you want to. If you need to be create a contrast. Now get some. Okay, come back with the white later. I'm gonna get some yellow paint and just put it into the midground here. And when we're thinking about those shapes, there's more like a pattern. Let me see. Get a little red. That. Okay, get some variety of shapes. Create some interesting pattern. Okay, that's good. So now we already have color everywhere. It's come to make the conclusion. I'm gonna take those color, actually filled in some area. Okay, get a little bit yellow, clean yellow paint. Get some white paint. Get some red paint. And here we go. Okay, first I need to fill in some area with the color that more consistent, like over here. That's the color. Have to a little bit breaking a little bit more here, a little bit more there. That's good. And here, a little bit softer. And a little bit more yellow coming up over here. And have a little bit gray color, just working out the form. The form is important, so I'm going to have this shadow. I want to turn to a flat brush. There we go. Now, I'm going to take a little bit, the little red with the yellow. There you go. No white. Here we go. Sharp edge. I'm going to add a little bit tiny orange color. Yeah, we always talk about taking out the big and then the small would be easy. Okay. I'm going to have a little gray color. On this side, a little bit cooler. Okay. A little bit white. There we go. Now we're working on the flower. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to come to finish the flower. Starting from here. That's good. Yeah, on this side. I like that little blue color, so I'm going to keep that. Okay. Is there insects get into someone's house?
Frogs.
Oh, a frog.
Yeah, after it rains, they croak.
Oh. And we're gonna have to mix that with some yellow color. Okay, here we go. That. Okay, let's take a look at this flower. Yeah, I think the flowers put it well described. Makan. Makan apa? What are you guys doing? How is it going? Still want something deeper. So I'm not going to use this synthetic brush. I'm going to come back with the natural hair. Something a little bit deeper. And red and Prussian blue. There you go. Maybe something a little bit deeper. Okay. There you go. I'm gonna have this. I think I'm there. And the thing I need to express, as I already did.